Cece Bell, an author in the Midlands area, went to Harbison West Elementary School to speak with students about her published works and impaired hearing.
Every obstacle is simply trying to follow a conversation and figure out what's going on. I did a lot of lip reading and that sort of thing, but that's the number one thing. It's like trying to follow a conversation or what people are saying, and also trying not to feel left out.
Because of her hearing impairment, Bell wrote her famous memoir, El Deafo, and from there her works highlighted the traits that make people different.
I hope that hearing kids who read it will maybe become more empathetic about what it's like to talk to deaf kids, or adults who are deaf, or their grandparents who might be losing their hearing, and to be kinder about how they communicate. Kids who are deaf or hard of hearing who read it, I hope they read it and they're like, oh, there's somebody else like me. It's good for kids to know that everybody is different in some way.
I always thought that deaf people just couldn't hear and were in hopeless abyss of life. But I've actually learned a lot, that they're their own individuals.
Bell has written nearly a dozen books and won the Newbery Medal of Honor and Eisner Award for El Deafo. She and creative writing student Faith Udacco share their writing process.
My process is generally I write the story first, and I try to get that as good as I can, and then I go into the pictures. And it's a pretty slow process for me. If it's a picture book, I'll do the whole book on one piece of paper, kind of like storyboarding in the movies. And then you keep going back and forth between the pictures and the words until it all kind of comes together.
When I have to write, I usually take a minute to kind of just think about what exactly I'm supposed to write, but then kind of just jump into it. I don't really believe in outlining what I'm gonna write or anything. I just take the first idea that comes to my head and just start writing.
Bell's new book, You Loves You, comes out November this year. If you're at all interested in writing, Dutch Fork offers the creative writing elective. This has been Max Franks with your Silver Screen Report.